Hello and welcome to another one of my staircase workouts with Stay Fit with Joy. Today we're going to be using our staircase to get our workout in today, and we're going to do 3 exercises for 30 seconds each, and we're going to do 2 rounds. So the first thing I'm going to do is go over the 3 exercises that we're going to do today. Okay, so for our first exercise, we're going to sit down on the second step. If you don't have a second step, you're going to sit down on the lower step, but if that's too low for you, you'll start from the standing position. What we're going to do is a stand and sit or a stand and jump. So I'm going to show you the stand and jump first. From this position, you're going to jump it up and then sit back onto that stair. To stand and sit, make it a little bit easier, and option number 2, standing up and sitting down without that jump. Now, if you have a lower step or you can't get to that step, you're going to take that butt as close to the step as you can and rise back up. If you can, adding that jump to make it a little bit harder. So that's your first move. Second move, you're going to sit it onto that second step. You're going to take those hips slightly off. By bending the elbows, you're going to lower that butt down to that first step and rise back up, extending those arms. To make this easier, the closer the feet are to that step, the easier it's going to be. To make it harder, get those feet further away, and that will make it harder to press up. And that's going to be a tricep dip from the stairs. Last and final exercise, from this position, you're going to extend those legs out straight. So you want to be straight, and then you're going to draw those knees in towards the chest while you keep those arms nice and strong. In order to make this easier, once again, you can bring those feet closer and drive the knees up that way. That will make it easier. So the further away for those last 2 exercises the feet are, the harder those exercises are going to be. All right, I'm going to set the clock, and we're going to get started to do our workout. So get yourself sitting on that step, ready for that stand and sit or that stand and jump. Clock is going to start in a moment, and we're going to get ready to go.
3, 2, 1.
So remember, you can modify this by standing rather than jumping it up. You can also just bring that butt as close to that step as you can instead of bringing it all the way into that seated position. So modify as you need to.
Three, two, one.
Sit on that step. Take those hips slightly in front of it. Bend and extend, lowering that butt down to that lower level. And extend by pressing back up through those triceps. Adjust the feet as you need. So straighter is going to be harder. Closer and more bent, going to be easier for this move. Press up through the back of those arms. Nice, strong tricep exercise here.
3, 2, 1.
Immediately hold it up into your next exercise, drawing those knees in, getting those feet closer to the step and bent if you need to modify or make it a little bit easier. Make sure you keep lifting those hips up as high as you can. Breathing through your movements.
3, 2, 1.
Sit it back onto that step. Right back to that stand and sit or stand and jump. Almost there. Get ready for that second exercise, tricep dips.
3, 2, 1.
Getting that last one in. Extend those legs out. Hips slightly in front of that step. Lower down by bending the elbows. It's an upper body exercise. Further away those steps are, harder it's going to be. Closer, easier. So just as you need to. Last exercise coming up. Finish it out here.
3, 2, 1.
Holding it up, hips lifted. Draw those knees into the chest. Extended legs are going to be harder. Further away legs are going to be harder. Feet closer to that step easier. Bent knees easier. Drive those knees, draw them right into that chest. Keep those arms nice and strong, holding you in place as you move the legs.
3, 2, 1.
Good job, guys. Thanks again for joining me for another staircase workout.